type of energy only Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
What up, though, Detroit? Welcome in to Big D Energy. Big D on Woodward Sports.
Excited.
A September 11th, never forget. Our nation facing a little bit of controversy and tragedy in the last 24 hours, and we're reminded again today on 9/11. Do you remember where you were at?
Oh, 100%. Traverse City. I had just got off the one of the fitness testing full sprint bikes, so I was sitting leaning over, and actually the first tower had been hit, and I was watching TV when the second tower got hit. So the thing I remember the most is they got everybody, out, and we're wanting to shuttle them back to the resort, the Grand Traverse Resort. But the whole thing was, as we were driving back, and it's probably from the arena to there's maybe 15 minutes, right? Watched plane after plane after plane after plane just ass to tail landing up in Traverse City because they pulled everything out of the sky. So I mean, it was like a flock of birds, but it was airplanes, and you saw pictures like just everywhere across the country, just spread out. So I mean, yeah, crazy.
How old were you?
Oh, I was in fourth grade. I can't remember how old I was now, but I was definitely in fourth grade, living on the east side at the time. Shout out for all my Detroiters. John C. Marshall was the school I was going to. Rest in peace to John C. Marshall. But I remember it happened like toward the end of lunchtime, because we were coming back to the classroom and we saw like a group of teachers huddled around the TV. And I think that's around the time, like D-Mac said, the second tower was being hit. Then we had maybe class for 5 minutes after that, and then they started calling the parents to come get their children. My mom came up there and got me. We went home, and I remember just a whirlwind that day. It was amazing to see, not in a good way, but it was just like, wow, something like this can actually happen. And even at a young age, I'm like trying to grasp this actually happening. It was nuts, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, a big moment in American history, changed a lot of the way that we view the world as well as our own country. You remember what you were doing, bud?
Yeah, I was in preschool, I think.
Wow.
I was at the
But you remember that day
I do
still.
remember it for sure. I was at the ECC is what it was called. It's over at like 9.5, 10 and Ryan. And, I just remember the teachers putting it on, like, one of the TVs in the room and them, like, crying and us not really knowing what's going on. And then kind of like KG said, my dad came and picked me up, and we went home, and we didn't. It was crazy to see. Like, at first you didn't think it was real, You see it on the TV, especially being that young. It's wild, man. And, prayers to the families that still deal with that tragedy to this day and everything that happened, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I remember the Challenger situation was the first time that I had that moment, where you knew where you were. And then 9/11, I was driving in to work with my old man and listened to 1130 The Fan, shout out way back in the day. And Stoney and Wojo were going back and forth. They thought that it was like a little Cessna plane that had hit the first tower. And I get to work, and my old man and I are watching it, and you see that second plane come in, and nobody was getting anything done that day. I mean, it was eyes were glued to the screen. But much love and much remembrance to everyone that lost a loved one that day. But
can't imagine it.
We forge forward, and our Tigers have been doing the same. Not a lot to worry about right now after these past two 10-run ass whoopings of the Yanks out east. Seems like this is the team we'd love to see in the first round, Spenny.
Yeah, absolutely. When we talked about it yesterday, I said the Yankees and the Guardians were the two that I would like to see out of anybody. But we always own the Yankees. The Yankees,
right.
I mean, great to see Flaherty and Casey Mize with back-to-back performances like that, holding them, I believe, both scoreless, right? It was awesome for both of them to get back. Hopefully that's something that they continue. And I got a pretty good segment about that later that I'm going to spin it because I don't know if I'm happy that they looked like that or concerned that they look like that now,
Right.
and not when we need them to. So we'll talk
That's
about
my
that
question.
later.
Well,
But
That's my real question. Is it more the Tigers being back good, or is it the Yankees pitching fucking sucks like we all know it does?
Yeah, their pitching's not very good. But listen, the Tigers are putting up runs.
They are.
And they're pitching damn well. My name is Anson Wells. I'm filling in for Neil. He will be here in about an hour. And I know you guys are waiting to see him. So stick with us throughout our full 2-hour episode. I'm joined by the legend and 4-time Stanley Cup champion, D-Mac. How are you feeling about our Tigers right now?
Well, I mean, I'm going to go to Burn in the super chat for 5. He's got 5 on it. Late RIP, but RIP to the baby bomber Yankees. It's over. It's not getting better. You know, that's where we like them. I said yesterday that I still don't think. I think that there's enough. That's who they are. Now their bats can get a little bit better, or whatever it is, like they can hit better and stuff like this, and maybe the pitching won't be. There we go. All right, thanks, Penny. or maybe the pitching won't be that good. Like, you're not going to contain them, especially in Yankee Stadium, to that many, lack of runs. They're going to score runs. But what I do believe is that our hitting comes alive and whatever it is against their pitching. They're not going to get magic.
Yeah.
What you see is what you get. They're the ones that I want to play, and I know how Spenny's going to turn it later because, all streaks come to an end. I mean, did everybody know that, like, what was it? First time in history, but what did you say, Danny Raxer said? Since
My dad said yesterday it's the first time that the Tigers have beat the Yankees back-to-back games of 10 or plus more runs since, like, the very early 1900s.
Over 100 years.
Yeah, like it's been a long time.
That's nuts.
We own them.
like when Maz got his first ball. Like,
Maz is probably covering those games when they first beat him back to
Lou Gehrig and the boys.
Yeah.
No, I like it though because they're taking care. Obviously winning, but I mean you're seeing confidence too, and I think we're seeing better pitching. Right, better control, stuff like that. The biggest thing too earlier in the year was, or not earlier when we were losing streak, is like the defense, the errors, right? So cleaning it up at the right time, coming down to the stretch and stuff like this. But no, I think that if I had my pick, I'll take my chances, but I'd like the Yankees first.
Well, I think one of the things that Tiger fans were guilty of. We all wanted this big splash move at the deadline, which we didn't really get.
No.
We weren't excited about Finnegan, even though he's been super good.
Fantastic.
This team, this coaching staff, they had to figure out what they had and how they could use them. And now we are here, 7, 8 weeks later, and it seems like especially Feder has got a really good understanding of how to use Paddock, where to use Morton, when Rafael Montero can be put in a position to succeed. Yeah. Now you're seeing the offensive slump, they've overcome it, and the offense is clicking. You're seeing the pitching. It's not pitching chaos. There's some of that, but he's taking these guys that were starters for bad teams. He's plugging them in as middle inning guys, not for 1 or 2 innings, for multiple innings now. And it seems like they have found the system that works for this new collection of pitchers that they added to this roster. It wasn't going to happen overnight, guys, but we have maybe the best pitching coach in the game and maybe the best manager in the game. I think it would have been silly for us to think that they weren't going to find the best way to use these guys. And right now, this week, it really seems like they figured that out.
You just need it to be consistent at this point because
Bingo.
You take on so many reclamation projects. They brought in so many guys. I think it was like damn near 8, and only 4 of them really worked out for you, I guess you would say. But going forward, man, you just really hope that they can keep this type of, pitching alive because in the playoffs, runs are at a premium. You absolutely have to be on your best game. And if the offense doesn't show up, it's going to be all on the pitchers to hold games down. So you just hope that it continues.
Yeah. I love the way that they're playing right now. I don't mind seeing that slump in July and early August.
Yeah.
If you can figure it out for September, you should be good for October. And again, I mean, yeah, the Yankees with that power roster won it last year, but we've seen some other upstart teams come up out of nowhere, make the playoffs, and get on that run. This team, they're so tough to beat when they're confident. When they're not confident, it's a spiral. You can see it grab them and take them for games at a time, even weeks at a time. But it's the exact same thing when they're spiraling up. And right now, this team is on the uptrend, the upswing, and I love their chances at this point. I don't think that there's a team in the AL that scares me. It's getting to that World Series. I mean, yes.
Toronto's good because they play us really tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Seattle.
Seattle, like Spenny said, Seattle, they're just
They've
a
had our
bunch
number.
of young dogs, and they got dogs, dude, and don't, because they're far away. Here's to me, right, what it is, and obviously guys getting going, but it's their discipline at the plate. When I see Torque taking, that split finger, for a ball instead of chasing it. When I see Javi with a little bit of, to me, it comes from their approach and their discipline at the plate. That just sort of sets everything in gear. And like the other night when it was 2-2, and I'm watching, the splitter guy who's supposed to be deadly, and Torque's in there, and he's got 2 strikes. But man, did he work that walk? He worked that walk hard, and I think the 1-2 or the 2-2 pitch was just disgusting that he took. So to me, that shows approach and discipline and stuff like that, and focus, and that's what you want. And I think that, like you said, Anson, I know 82 games is a long season, but 162 games is a heck of a long season. So that's why you bank those wins early, so you can have that little lax, but I don't care what it is, you want to be starting to click as you're getting into playoffs. And to me, it's them being healthy. But right now, this is a phenomenal series for them to have this late in the series, because every facet of the game it has to be glowing right now.
And those early banked wins were so crucial for this team, because we've seen this team for the last 5 or 6 years have really good finishes to their season. In the middle of the season, post-trade deadline, post-All-Star break, when this team was on the downswing and they were struggling, you got to look at the standings. And even though you're going on maybe not losing streaks, but you're losing series, but you still got, an 8, 9, 10 game lead. That gives you the confidence to know that you can find your level, get back on top, and start that uptrend. So this team, in my opinion, right now, it seems like they figured out their new guys, and they are trending absolutely in the right direction heading into the playoffs here shortly. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We do need you guys to smash that like button for us. And, of course, keep those super chats coming in. We will read them. Burn with another one. Seattle, the M's will miss the playoffs again. Well,
I hope so.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys at the network that would be hoping so.
I'd much rather see the Guardians or the Rangers. I still don't like the Rangers matchup, but I like it better than Seattle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if we could see New York or Cleveland over Seattle, I'd much rather see that.
Man, I bet Yankee fans aren't looking forward to another matchup with the Tigers.
Nope.
I was told Max Fried's better than Terry Skubal.
Yeah, I've heard that. What happened? Where'd he go?
I don't know, man.
He was real good in that first half.
That's what I was told.
He's been real quiet lately.
He was real
Shout
good
out
in
Rob
that
Parker.
first half.
Shout out Rob Parker.
Well, it's a nice start here, and I think somebody here's got a big black rock.
Okay. Just okay.
KG, you want to take this one away?
No, I'm good.
Let me tell you about Black Rock. Listen, they had us out there. They had the heavyweights out there. They took care of us. It was so much fun. All of the food on their new menu is delicious, whether it's their different sides they've got for appetizers. They have this D-Mac. Creme brulee cinnamon apple cheesecake. It was one of the best desserts I've ever had in my entire life. Make sure you go to Black Rock, try all of their new menu items, tell them Woodward Sports sent you, and you'll get 20% off your total bill. So go check it out while you can and tap in today. It's Black Rock.
Wow.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
It's part beauty, part beast. It's for those who dare to be different, for those who want to stand out, and for those who are built for more. The all-new Ineos Grenadier combines strength and style for an unmatched driving experience. Sold exclusively at Feldman Ineos of Waterford.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty excited about this one because their very first location was in my hometown of Romeo, and there is no better place to catch the action than Art and Jake's Sports Bar and Grill. Go to any one of their 6 locations in Michigan, including that Romeo spot, to enjoy wall-to-wall coverage on over 80 TVs, 22 draft beers on tap, and a menu stacked with fan favorites like wings, wraps, and our signature fairway burgers. Don't miss weekly specials like Rib Night Mondays, fajitas, and Margarita Wednesdays, and that $3.50 Detroit Lion Edition Bud Light, 16-ounce aluminum bottles, and the $5 Nutri 12-ounce cans every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Download the Art and Jake's app, join the AJ's fan club, and make every game day a win. Also, we will be doing some of our Lions watch parties from Art and Jake, so stay tuned.
All right.
What about Planet Fitness?
Planet Fitness, your fitness is essential.
Studio sponsor for
They are.
from the
They got
beginning.
locations all over the state. They've got thousands throughout the country. It is absolutely judgment-free. They've got amazing deals. They've got the membership card that gets you all kinds of special amenities. But you can also bring a guest for free. All of that for less than $25 a month. Head on over to planetfitness.com or just find one of those many locations near you. All right, guys, welcome back. BDE, Darren McCarty. We got KG in the sound booth. Spenny making us look good. I'm here for about another 45 minutes, and then you'll be rid of me, and the king is back. Neil will return here right around noon, so make sure you stick around. But we've got a big game this Sunday, gentlemen. This feels like a do or die. There might be some paper bags out next week if our Lions were to lose to the Chicago Bears, which I don't see happening because they have one catfish under center, of course. But what do the Lions need to do to beat these Chicago Bears this weekend, D-Mac?
Well, I think we touched on it yesterday. It starts in the trenches. It starts with, being able to open up. Spenny brought up, the biggest point, right? When is Jared Goff the most ineffective? When he doesn't have time, which we diagnosed he did have time the other day. So what's more important than that? It's establishing the play action. Play action makes this team go. It makes, all the bells and whistles run and roll. So I think that right now, knowing what we know from history with the way the relationship that Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery have, I know that, Spenny was speaking yesterday as a former offensive lineman, knowing Hank Fraley, he's going to have those guys ready, but we have to establish the run in order to open up the play action. That establishes the whole game. Now, was anybody surprised? Like the other day, just how predictable that our running game was. I expect it to be a little bit different. Maybe there's a little bit more, maybe it's a little bit more horizontal, a little bit more out of the backfield, but it's got to be opened up, and we got to scare. To me, that's where it starts. I'll take that before I take pressure. Because then we're cooking. Because once they're unpredictable, to whatever else, that's the 30-point plus team.
Yeah.
Right? That's what opens everything up. That's what opens JMO up. That's what's going to open up to Sla or Amon-Ra or Laporta. I think that also, too, is that whatever's not working, Johnny Morton's got to make those adjustments really quick, right? We saw a little bit of it when we started a little bit of a moving it down the field with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Then he went to Laporta a bunch of times. So it's just too little too late last week. So hopefully they get it. But it starts definitely with moving the pile.
I couldn't agree more. Spenny, what do you think that we're going to see out of this team in that first offensive series? I imagine in Allen Park they've been dialing up something quite specific. Is it run heavy? Is it balanced? Is it pass heavy?
I think you look at what they did last year with David Montgomery and set the tone in the beginning of drives and especially the first drive of the game. And I know Jahmyr Gibbs is amazing. I know Jahmyr Gibbs he's going to get a bulk of the carries this year because he's one of the best backs in the NFL. But I think you roll out there against Chicago with David Montgomery in that first drive and you pound the rock. That's what they did last year. That's how you set an aggressive physical tone. That's how you start dominating a team early on in the game in those carries that David Montgomery chips away at. Then Jahmyr Gibbs can hit that hole and break off one of those explosive runs. So I don't hate them starting the game with Jahmyr Gibbs because I would have done that week 1 too. He's an amazing player. He's the better back. But to set the tone, to start that thing, looking at what you did last week where you were physically dominated, I wouldn't mind seeing them start the game with David Montgomery like they did last year.
Yeah, I'm down with that. KG, we don't need you to echo the sentiments about the run game and the offensive line because I think all of Detroit shares those.
Across the board.
Let's switch over to the defense. We know that we need pressure. Beyond the edges, who do you think the most important guy on that defense is going to be on Sunday?
Oh, that's a good. I'm stuck between Tyleik Williams and Alex Anzalone because I think in the trenches, Tyleik just has to have a better showing. But he has one main responsibility, and that's to just plug gaps in the run game. If he can provide anything in the pass rush, I think that's an added bonus. But Tyleik is going to be very crucial. Like you said, you cannot get beat in the trenches constantly, and that happened last week. They weren't able to do anything. But conversely, if you're going to be blitzing, it's going to be imperative on those linebackers. I'll take it off of Anzalone and just apply it to all the linebackers. You have to be able to make plays because Ben Johnson's going to have some things cooked up for you, and you can't allow Caleb Williams to have time back there. So the more you get to Caleb Williams, the more mistakes he'll make, and he'll turn into the catfish that you've been trying to aptly name for quite some time.
I love Mike G's comment here. To piggyback on what you said about setting the tone, Mike G, D-Mac, tone setter. That's why you Drapes and Maltz usually started the game. Big respect.
Well, he said he wishes the grind line could start, and I said, yeah, if we could warp back to 97.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the mentality. So you can, because like you said, the rush should be off and the grit should be there, and get back to your identity, right? So what's your identity? You know, the big thing on defense, obviously, is pressure, and I think you hear that addressed. You know, you hear Hutch talking in interviews about, you know, how many times they dropped him into coverage and whatever, and that's just not going to work, right? So you're moving on from that. The biggest thing for me on defense, discipline. I think the one thing we aren't talking about, right? We aren't talking about that was like it was invisible because it really, but like the play of DJ Reed as a shutdown corner.
Yeah, it was not good.
What's that?
It wasn't good.
Right.
Yeah.
So and Terry Arnold, right? And these guys that are supposed to make that adjustment. So for me, right, the elephant in the room isn't the pass rush. It's this coverage we're supposed to have and the shutdown in the back. And it starts with discipline with me. And on page, and Spenny said it yesterday, communication. There was no communication. Does that take time because they are adding a new guy and stuff like this? Well, obviously. Did Terry Arnold pull his groin? Okay. Next man up. They need more cohesion, and I need to see that, that backfield. Take the numbers aside. Look at the big plays. You got to be able to, on defense, you got to be able, whether it's Anzalone, make that big play. And you saw it, but unfortunately there was a penalty when Branch intercepted. That's the stuff I need, right, without the penalties. So they just got to clean that up a little bit more, because if that's always been the glare, isn't it? The secondary and the DBs and stuff. So have you seen improvement?
Not last week.
Right, not in the critical moment.
But that and the pass rush goes hand in hand, and I do agree with you though. But Caleb can make plays off script, out of the pocket. You don't want that to happen.
Where do you fear him the most? Where is he most vulnerable? When did Minnesota make him look like the catfish?
When you're keeping him in the pocket.
When you're keeping him in the pocket, right? So you have to, what do we talk about? What does Dan Campbell talk about? Discipline in your lanes, pass rush, stuff like this. So that's what so the pressure, and a lot of times that's where you bring up the point you brought up Anzalone or Barnes, right? I don't know if Jack's hurt or whatever like this, but it might be a linebacker game, right? Because the edges are containing, and whatever you make him, and he's going to hold on to it, right?
Yep.
So they just have to take advantage, and that comes to me is through discipline. And you're right, it's a continuous, continuity is a big thing. So
and it's so important to set the tone, not just on the offensive line and with the run game, but with the damn scoreboard. Because if they allow the Bears to get out first, the Bears will not only get to dictate on offense, but also on defense. And I think that that's been one of the strengths of the Lions for the last couple of years is they get out and pounce on teams, and then they dictate tempo on both sides of the ball. They never had an opportunity to do that last week. The only time that I saw that opportunity was the very first possession, and then the possession that would have resulted after the pick six, which obviously never was allowed to come to fruition. You never saw these guys get that moment where, like, okay, we're in this game, we get a shot. If they can come out, capitalize on that first drive, you'll see a very different game plan from the Lions, I think, than what we saw last week.
So real quick before the break, you want the ball, or you want them to have the ball first?
I want them to have the ball first.
I still take the ball at the half.
Because I do agree that setting the tone early and scoring first is important, but I think getting the last possession of the first half and the first possession of the second half is more important.
I think that this is where, and you're right as far as but the defense can set the tone, right? Think about it this way, right? Because last week it was set up where we were saying, okay, but the Pack walked the field with us, right? Here's a great way for redemption at home. What did you learn to get that shut down in that first series or whatever? Just, I don't care if he gets a first down or whatever, because we've seen with 15 scripted plays, he's pretty good. But if we can get that ball possession and then turn the offense to pounding and running the rock, I think that's our best recipe, just in starting to get, overthink, confidence, get the building going and stuff like that. I think a defensive stop, right? First possession for them, giving them the ball, will work wonders in everybody's psyche.
And I think that the loudest that place will be all day Sunday is when Aiden Hutchinson gets his first sack.
That's a fact.
Oh, yeah.
So put the defense out there.
Well,
either that or Brewer and Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
And to that point, I think that if this Lions team took the ball and they don't move it, and then they kick it off, and Caleb's got those scripted plays from the 43-yard line instead of from the 25, that's a big difference. So, yeah, I'm with that. I think that
Are you concerned if the Bears get out to a lead? Do you think the Lions can withstand that?
I think they can withstand it, but it concerns me just because of the way that Ben Johnson understands our personnel and the fact that they get to dictate the game plan while we're playing from behind.
But even as a Lion, his biggest thing was trying to hold a lead. And we saw it in this game, Monday Night Football, 21 unanswered in the fourth quarter, blowing a big lead. It could very well happen that way. And I think that it's more pressure if they get out to an early lead, being able to hold that lead, knowing the type of team that we have.
I just don't want to see that big lead take the audience and the crowd out of it like he had talked about, because if we get them loud early, you get that early Hutch sack like you just talked about, that place is going to be bananas for all 60 minutes.
Yeah, I hear you.
No doubt about it.
They go banana.
And it's also bananas right across the street at Jack's Car Wash, because we have a bananas partnership offering up a free car wash. All you have to do is text WSN to 522-1729. And that's right, the Woodward Sports Jack's Car Wash partnership is hooking you up with a free car wash. Top tier service, free vacuums, compressed air. They've even got mat cleaning rooms at select locations. Join that unlimited club like Maz has and take advantage of all the perks of being a member. You wash at any of their 40 plus locations, and if you do it just twice a month, it's going to pay for that membership, or you can do it every day like our guy Maz does. Upgrades for interior cleaning and detailing also available at 8 locations throughout Michigan. Head on over to jackscarwash.com, find that location near you, get over there, text that code in, and get your shine on.
What about Sharon's Heating and Cooling?
Sharon's Heating and Cooling, I don't have that, but I will do my darn best. Listen, Sharon's Heating and Cooling, they're family owned and operated since 1981. And they've been doing it because their service is top notch, their maintenance is top notch, their installation is top notch, but they love to take care of their customers. Everyone leaves happy when these guys bring their heating and cooling, water heaters, as well as in-home generators. If you want to get in touch with them, check out that QR code right above my head, or look them up at sharonsheating.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer. They've got 5 different locations throughout Michigan. Make sure you go check them out. Go to feldmanchevrolet.com, scan the QR code on the screen to see the massive inventory. And shout out to our guy, Jay Feldman. He's been a great sponsor at the network for a long time. He's a great dude. He gives back to the community, does a lot of different charity work. So if you're looking to buy or sell your car, make sure you hit up Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
A Thursday here, D-Mac. My name is Anson Wells. Neil Rule will be back at noon, so stick around. Don't you worry. There are some pissed off people in Detroit. There are some pissed off people in Allen Park, but I'm not sure if anyone is more pissed off right now than Penei Sewell, the all-world tackle. Really, the first not dominating game of his career, I'd have to say. In fact, it wasn't a great game for him, matched up with new Packer Micah Parsons. And we got a little bit of video of him talking about the Detroit Lions offensive line.
You guys have run the ball so efficiently here for 3 years going. Just how frustrating was it on Sunday to not be able to get that going, and how vital is that on Sunday to reestablish the run game?
Yeah, I mean, it was very frustrating just because we know who we are, what we want to be, you know. And personally, I've said it multiple times, I prefer going forward than backwards. So, yeah, but again, we have 17 more opportunities to bounce back and prove ourselves right.
D-Mac, during the break,
all I see is Solo Sikoa.
You're right. Shout out, man.
D-Mac, you talked about it during the break. This guy is upset. And as cool as he was there, you could see he's pissed off.
Oh, I said to Spenny during the break, hey, who's lining up against him? And he said Montez Sweat. And I said, oh, Montez Sweat, Old Spice, baby. You're going to need to bring the deodorant,
Right.
the body wash, the shampoo. You're going to need to hit up his girl and get all the stuff she stole from him, because it's going to be a long day for Montez Sweat,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That's a focus of a man, right? As Neil always says, gold jacket loading. To the fact that had his worst game as a professional, he knows it, that he can be better. And how does he go out and do it? He leads, right? So it's not the talk. He's just letting you know, this is my mentality. This is his mentality on Wednesday, right? You saw the focus. That's a man, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's a man that's going to do man things and lead this team just like he has in the past. And you know, it's something that when you see that and you see the leader and you know, because he lets that, like, how many times did anybody else, like, I didn't really realize how, like, not well-spoken he was, but just articulate he was or whatever, because you never hear him speak. You just hear, when you hear him speak, it's in the pregame huddle and he's dropping some F-bombs and he's getting the guys going. That's where you know it. So that's just leadership right there. And he'll make the one thing I know from that, trust me, is he'll have these guys ready to play.
Yes, sir.
That's your lion right there, right, Spenny?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That got you fired up?
Yeah, I love that guy. And, yeah, it's he had a bad game, you know, for his insane first-team All-Pro standards. You know, I mean, how many other tackles in the NFL don't allow a sack in a game, and you're like, man, they had a bad game. Like,
Right.
he let up some pressures against Micah Parsons, and they couldn't run the ball. And a lot of that was miscommunications. A lot of that was different things. But Penei Sewell is going to take that personally because that's who he is. And he's going to go out there and, like D-Mac said, it's going to be a long day for Montez Sewell.
How much was it, too, right? Where remember when you said yesterday that a lot of Rutledge or Mahogany was on Glasgow, but how much Penei trying to do everybody's job? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like that, and that might be something too that's got to be addressed, because it was lack of communication all across the board in every facet. You know, so he'll definitely have these guys ready to play.
Well, we're talking about communication. I saw somebody in the chat mention that on Amon-Ra's podcast, he talked about how loud and disruptive the Lambeau faithful were. Obviously, we have a new OC. We have new guys on that offensive line, so the communication's not going to be the way that it was last year with those guys that had been together for so long. Spenny, how much of that miscommunication do you think will be erased because they're at home?
I think it's not just that they're at home, but they're going to attack that in the meeting room every single day. Like, that's not acceptable for professionals, let alone a team that's a Super Bowl contender. Like, you can, if your guy gets beat, if you lose a rep to Micah Parsons because a guy's better than you, or a guy you can accept that. Okay, you got beat, move on, next play. When it is mental mistakes and errors because of lack of communication and fundamental knowledge about who your key blocking assignment is, that's unacceptable. That is not something that you can allow. And Hank Fraley and Dan Campbell and Penei Sewell, those guys, they're going to clean that up very quickly.
Penei Sewell spoke to it, too. He said that, you know, Christian Mahogany had some time with Hank Fraley to sit down, and also Tate Ratledge as well. So they're ironing out the kinks right now, and hopefully they'll have a better showing this Sunday.
Yeah, I'm still a little worried about it. There's just...
How can you not be until you see it?
Yeah.
You have to, like the eyeball test. You know, like to me, too, there's key things. One thing that nobody's bringing up and I haven't heard is how fucking dog shit was fucking the special teams. Mm-hmm. You know, even good. Like Jack Fox was some of the worst punts I've ever seen him hit.
Yeah.
And to you know what? But the coverage on the opening kickoff and whatever, and I know it's a new kickoff and stuff, and then Bates, you know, kicking it in the end zone and, you know, like just different things that wasn't sharp. So the thing is the best part, guys, is when you as a team all sucked. Like, it's not like offense was awesome and defense. You go back in there and you all get together and you can work it out. It's something that you look across and you hold accountability to each other, but you all can improve. Yeah. And that comes from the coaches down to whatever else. And I think it, like I said this the other day, this could be the greatest blessing as sort of this wake-up call early. And then when you look back to it, as long as they take care of business this week, We're right where we have been in the last 3 weeks.
The last
Or
2
three
years.
3 years.
Yeah, that's right. 1-1. I think
One and one. And right and like, don't get it twisted, man. This is gonna be a tough season.
Yeah.
Because of the schedule and stuff like this.
and that target on our back.
But we just want to see it because we've seen this team enough be a good football team and to be a great football team. But we can't, and spending it because you can't at this level, unforced error.
Yeah.
Right? Unforced errors that you can't do yourself. You can handle talent on talent getting beat because you can improve on that and adjust to that. But if you're doing it to yourselves, that's what we make other teams do. That's what we're going to have to make Chicago do to itself.
Yeah.
Lack of communication because it's so loud and whatever like that. And that's when you lean on the fact of who they got.
Yeah, you heard that, fans. If you're at Ford Field this weekend, bring your Thunder Sticks. I'm wondering, though, quick point before we get to the break here. I'm already seeing the vitriol for Johnny Moe in the chat here. If they come out flat on offense this weekend, is there going to be any other conversation than our offensive coordinator?
No. Maybe Jared Goff, depending on how he plays.
Well, you know he's always going to be a
yeah,
conversation.
but it's already a lot of heat on John Morton, and I think at this point you can question maybe, some of the play calling, the screens, maybe lack of aggressiveness on offense, maybe, not running the ball enough. These are things that you can point to already, but I'm not ready to write the book on John Morton just yet. This is going to be a year-long process. There are things they have to figure out, but I don't think it's as deep as people make it. I think that they are professionals and they will come and be able to sort these things out, but it's going to take some time. It's not going to be just a right away process.
I think the biggest thing with that is it's the predictability. If I'm sitting there and you remember the old bar game QB1?
Yep.
You know, where you could sit there, run or pass, long, deep, left, right. Dude, I would have set the record for whatever it was, because it's the predictability. I think that we just got to see some sort of him get into a flow. I mean, that's the best part. When you break it down, everybody can be better, and everybody will be better. Yeah. So
that's why the run game is so important, because everything feeds off of them being able to run the ball and maul people in the trenches.
Yeah, run game's important, and Gold Crown is important.
Yeah, absolutely.
All that.
Gold Crown concentrates are their bread and butter, crafting elite collab extracts since the caregiver days. Gold Crown partners with craft growers across Michigan to bring you exclusive full spectrum concentrates, infused pre-rolls, and live resin infused gummies. Their new line, Crown Jewels, is here. Gelatin free, effect based, coated in nerds for that extra pop. Find Gold Crown in over 300 dispensaries statewide. Smoke like royalty. I'll rise for the reign of royal highs only with Gold Crown.
And let me tell you about Fantasy Jerks. Fantasy football isn't just a game,
Jerks.
It's a war. And if you're rolling into battle this with weak takes and outdated sleeper picks, you're going to lose. That's why you need the Fantasy Jerks. Make sure you guys check it out. It's a show of fantasy football advice meets real talk and weekly laughs. Join Anson, Brandon Kaz, and weekly special guests like fantasy football expert Theo Grimminger for everything you need to know to dominate your matchup live Wednesdays at 7:30 on Woodward Sports. It's Fantasy Jerks.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
Now throw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff. Maybe a gimme on the golf course every now and then. We like uncomplicated. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, they fit that. Walk in, sign in. Before you know it, you're handsome and clean. Lady Jane's open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Welcome back to BDE. We will be welcoming back Neil Rule here in about 20 or so minutes. But we've got a big game this Sunday, and we are talking Lions football. Dan Campbell, well, he had a few things to say about something we all agree about. The offensive line and the run game, they need to get better.
How imperative is it to get that going? Because it seems like everything starts with your running game.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. But we will. We will. We're going to be out there today, man. We're going to address it head on. We talked about it and walk through the focus, the footwork, the little things, and we're going to make sure that we establish that today, day one in practice, and that we're on point with our footwork, man, our hat placement, all the little things, man. We're ID'd correctly. We're coming off the ball, and or if not, we'll do it again, and we'll get it right. We'll get it right, and we are going to be much better. We will be much better.
What's your impression?
You heard it. They will get better. I believe that. I think, again, I've said that the loss of Ragnow, it sucks right now, but I think it's a blessing in disguise. Like, I was on 1 foot in Week 18 going into the playoffs. You have a younger offensive line. You have 2 new pieces, and I think that they will continue to gel and get better and better as the year goes on. I want to ask you guys a question about Ben Johnson. I saw one play towards the end of that game. I think they needed a 2-point conversion or something, and it was a trick play. I think that Ben Johnson is going to pull out all the stops for a win at Ford Field in his homecoming. Are you guys concerned about some of the trickery that we'll be seeing from Osama Ben Johnson?
I pray to the sweet football gods that Ben Johnson tries to do that with Caleb Williams in Ford Field in his second game in this offense, because something bad will happen. Try to do a fake pitch, throw that. We're ready for that. We know about that. And for you to try to do that in the environment that Ford Field's going to be on Sunday, with Caleb Williams obviously not fully confident in this system yet, something bad will happen. So I hope they do that.
And that's the key. If he was more experienced in this offense, then maybe I'd be a little concerned. It's his second game, and they've had communication problems on offense since training camp. So I'm not worried about that at all. I think, like Spenny said, it would behoove him to not do it as much, especially with the crowd being as loud as it is. It's already going to be hard for Caleb Williams to be able to get those checks out and things of that nature. I don't think it's wise, but do it if you want to.
Good word, KG.
What do you think would behoove the Lions this weekend?
No, I think exactly, because look at who it is and everything that you guys brought up. But look at the guys on defense, whether you got Hutch and Anzalone, like intelligent defensive guys, you would say, that diagnose, and also too, how many new trick plays in the last, since he's left, would he have diagnosed or would he held back? He probably emptied his tank here, whether we've seen it or not. So there's some familiarity to it. Heck, I expect them to try a bunch, even though I don't expect them to work. But we've seen him try to make the simple play. He can't make it, so maybe he's got to make the magical play. I don't know, but I think we'll be ready for it. I think that's a point of contention to everything else. I think. Like inside the locker room, if the defensive guys are having lunch or sticking around, they're probably going through, hey, what do you think he might try to throw at us? You know, which one of these plays? Oh, remember last year? Oh, maybe watch this one, or like key signs. Oh, like because isn't there always something that will sort of tip it off, or you're looking for a tip off?
Sure.
Right. So, I hope he does. I mean, I really hope he does. And you got, dude, that's his DNA. That's Ben Johnson's DNA. He's got to throw one or two in there, or else he won't be able to sleep.
Spenny, what if it's not trick plays? I said something last year. I watched most of Caleb's games last year because I was out there calling him a catfish, and I wanted to see if I was right or wrong. I didn't realize how mobile he was. In the college film that I saw, you can tell that he moves pretty well. But
Spitty.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, I was responding to.
In college, he went down from a 4 yards per rush down to 1 yard per rush his last year in college.
Yeah.
But the few times that he got out and ran as a Bear his first year, he looked very good. And I thought that was something that they lacked in their offensive game plans, was they should have designed a few more runs for him, and they should have encouraged him to run a little more instead of holding on to that ball. You get sacked over 60 times, maybe you should take off and try and do it yourself. I saw more running out of him in that first game last week.
Yeah.
This is obviously something that we know the Lions defense struggles with, which is mobile quarterbacks. What if it isn't a bunch of trick plays? What if it is trying to get 60-plus yards on the ground from Caleb Williams? What would that do to this defense?
I don't think he'll get 60-plus because he's not a burner. He can get out of the pocket. He can do things off script, but he still has that kind of college mentality to him, and you see it whenever he holds the ball too long or he takes off but he waits too late to take off, and then something bad happens. So, like, I'm not necessarily worried about him killing us with his legs.
58 yards last week on the ground.
And that's cool, but to your point, though, the linebacker play has to be on point. And this is why I brought up Anzalone earlier, because he's going to be dependent upon to go out there and to make sure you're watching Caleb Williams and make sure your lateral movement can match whatever he's doing, because you don't want to get burned, you know, by Caleb Williams' legs, because that's not his strong suit. That's not something he's going to kill you with every game, and you don't want that to be the reason why, you know, they get a lead on the Lions.
I gotta think that's probably part of their game plan, right? But it's also too, so you know, because what is the ineptitude? Have we showed we can stop a mobile quarterback yet?
No, not to this point.
And to your point, Kenny. So that's, you know, where it's going to be a team effort, but we have the speed, you know, to sort of contain them. But that's where, when we were talking about earlier about containing your lanes, keeping them sort of in the pocket, not, you know, letting them run. But if he does, you know, that's where you have to combat him, and that's why having a healthy Anzalone is important, because he's
Barnes
one of the,
too.
And
Barnes
right,
too.
No, 100%. So and then it leans back to your safeties. You know, are they going to have Kirby and Branch? You know, so I don't think that, like, I'm not as. So it reminds me, right, because it's Chicago. So is it like, are they going to use the same game plan as what with Justin Fields, right? How he ran all over us and stuff. Do you think, is Caleb Williams the runner Justin Fields is?
He'll get hurt.
No,
he'll get hurt.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But you got to think that it's part, and you brought that up, so we'll have to be aware of it. And I'm sure that's a focal point for the defense.
Yeah, our offense making mistakes. And if Caleb were able to freely run in that game are about the only things that concern me, because through 58 minutes, their offense only scored 10 points. Right? They get a pick six, and then against a cover 2 zone, they go down the length of the field, down 2 scores. The Vikings completely knew that. They let them have those running plays, and then he scrambles in for a touchdown. Otherwise, against a very good defense, the Vikings are very good defensively, that's only a 10-point output by that offense. So I think as long as the Lions aren't turning the ball over and not letting Caleb run freely, I don't see an issue holding that offense down. It's just a matter of whether our offense can get things going with that offensive line.
Right, and you just don't want it to be speaking to his running ability. You don't want it to be a Brock Purdy situation. We all remember the NFC Championship game. Brock Purdy's not somebody that's going to burn you, but what he was able to do to the Lions absolutely had an effect in that game, and that's what you don't want to see from Caleb Williams. Don't give him any confidence whatsoever. Drive him backwards because he has a tendency to go backwards when he sees a rush coming.
And I'll tell you what, I think Caleb Williams, we might see some hesitancy of him running on this Lions defense because he's going to remember what Jack Campbell and Brian Branch were doing to him when he was trying to get outside last year. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little second guessing when he had to tuck it and run because Jack Campbell's going to hit him, and he remembers that.
There's going to be a lot of cat and mouse, right? Like cat and mouse between, Ben Johnson knowing KG's brother Calvin, so you know what I'm saying, of what he's going to do, what I'm going to do, whatever. But at the end of the day, the guy's got to execute. And in this situation, right, like you said, I don't believe in Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Catfish. You weren't catfished.
I wasn't.
Is there anybody offensively in the receiver room, one of the two tight ends, former Detroit Lion, DeAndre Swift? Are there any of the playmakers that concern you, Spenny?
I think you look at the tight ends. It's because Brian Branch is going to be used at the line of scrimmage, I feel like, a lot more on this one to contain Caleb and to get some pressure on the quarterback. So you're going to need your linebackers to step up on those tight ends. I'm not really concerned with DJ Moore or Rome Odunze as much because
Caleb's got to get him
the ball. But those tight end routes are very easily accessible, and they're pretty good safety valves, both Kmet and Loveland. I like both of them. So
I like Kmet.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
Yeah. Rome Odunze really seems like he's becoming the Amon-Ra St. Brown of that team. DJ Moore, well, I'm not saying that they're the same player. But, I mean, Rome, his pedigree is up there. And the guy, when they need to move the chains, I watch a lot of that game.
Yeah, he goes.
He was going to him, and you can tell there's
that trust there.
But there's a frustration out of DJ Moore because he's in his mind, he's the one.
He is the one,
and he's not getting the rock. I think personally, I've never been a big DJ Moore guy. I think he's one of the better twos in the league, a fantastic possession receiver. But if I need a first down, I'm looking for Rome.
Yeah, but I mean, Caleb's had that familiarity with Rome Odunze for a while. I mean, they even worked out in the offseason together as well. So that's his most trusted target. And if you can take him out of the game, I think that's absolutely huge because, like Spenny said, if you can cover the tight ends, you like what they kind of got going with Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet, the little combo there. If you can take them out of the game and limit Rome Odunze's touches, then Caleb Williams, he's going to have trouble getting the ball to DJ Moore down the field for sure.
No doubt about it. And make sure that you have no trouble getting your hands on something from Loom because, man, everybody here at the network is talking about it. Sean Baligan this morning, the morning show, he has one every night before he goes to bed.
Absolutely. The weather might be getting cold or warm, whatever it is. But Loom, as all the good vibes are heating up, buzzing, sparkling, THC beverages are here to take you into fall with bold, crisp flavors. For a limited time, try their brand new seasonal drop, apple cider. Each can has 7.5 milligrams of real THC, wrapped in bubbles, made with real fruit juice, 0 artificial sweeteners, and absolutely no hangover. Perfect for bonfires, tailgates, backyard barbecues, or watching the Lions games. Find buzzing at all 39 Loom Cannabis Company locations across Michigan or order online at loom.com. Use code word WSN30 to save 30% off your entire order.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. They got deals for everybody, so make sure you check them out. Scan the QR code on the screen to see their massive inventory or visit them at lesstanford.com. Shout out to my guy Goran. I'm switching over my lease to a different car. He's made the whole process as easy as possible. So call him if you're looking for a new car, a new lease, whatever you need. Go to Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Big D Energy, D-Mac. And you'll be rid of me soon because Neil Rule is right around the corner.
Get your shit and get out.
So is the emergence of Isaac Tesla. We weren't sure when it would come, but it came pretty quick. Pause. And that was an unbelievable one-handed catch out of our rookie Isaac Tesla. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this guy, but we got something of him for you to see right now.
When do you start thinking about maybe making more of the pie of that number 3 receiver role his?
Yeah, well, I think we really wanted to try to get him involved last week, but then he got sick and he missed a lot of practice, so then we didn't feel comfortable, trying to load him up with stuff. And so it was going to be very limited, but certainly we'd like to use him more, there's something there. So looks like he's back and feels pretty good, and it was good to see him make a play. He was only in 3 plays on offense, but he did a good job on those 3, made that big catch. So, we're going to start trying to get him some reps.
Thanks so much.
Are we getting too excited about Isaac Tesla?
No. And I got beef with you, big dog, because yesterday you trying to paint me out as the villain. Oh, I don't like Tesla.
No, I never said that. You said that he would not be the number 3 receiver this year
because Tim Patrick was on the team.
Yeah, but no.
No.
You don't get that caveat. He's not on the team because Tesla was so good that he became expendable.
And the organization made a decision to ship Tim Patrick out of here. So
you
at
were
that
wrong.
point,
So you were wrong.
No, at that point, I can change my opinion. He's not on the team anymore.
Well, no, that conversation doesn't even exist anymore because he's not on the team. You said that at no point he would be over Tesla,
but it wasn't
Patrick this year.
But you did all the post game shows with me. Have I ever questioned Tesla's ability? Did I say it's because he can't catch the ball?
I never said
that you did. Did I say it's
did.
because he's not the next thing coming?
Why are you mad that he got traded because Tesla was that good?
Listen. I'm not mad he got traded. If you allow me to finish. Tim Patrick's not on the team anymore. So obviously they feel like they can expedite the process with Isaac Tesla. And I'm not mad at that because throughout the whole offseason, I've never said anything disparaging about the ability that this kid has. Clearly, he was next up. I just thought it would be a year from now once Tim Patrick's contract was up. But they wanted to expedite it now, and I have no problem with that. They do need to involve him more because of his skill set, everything that he can do on the field, the speed, the size, the whole bit. I want to see him get more drag routes, more slants, more things that, can provide a lift for this offense. And I think that will come through them being able to establish the run. But absolutely, Isaac Tesla, he is a weapon. And you saw it even in garbage time of this last game. And they need to utilize him in any way possible if it can help this offense.
Are we getting too excited?
No. You're not getting too excited. This kid's special. He has special talent. It's 6'4", 4'4", 40-inch vertical, never had a drop in college. It's special, and he showed it in the preseason that he was better than those guys out there. He had one of the most insane first touchdowns in the history of the NFL with a nasty-ass catch on one of his 3 plays from scrimmage. So you heard Dan Campbell in the clip say that they wanted to give him more time, but because he was sick the week before, kind of got phased out of the game plan. He wasn't able to run with them as much, and they got him in there when they could. But I expect him to get a lot more reps going forward.
D-Mac, did you ever have a teammate that a whole lot wasn't expected out of? But then he gets to camp, starts turning heads, and it's supposed to be a year from now that he was going to be contributing, but all of a sudden, first game, he makes a play, and the next thing you know, Scotty says, we got to get this guy some ice time.
I think more the one who jumps to mind is Pavel. That's who. When his first year coming over and stuff, and how integral part, he made himself coming out of camp and whatever, and how integral he was when we won in 2002, right? But two kids and a goat with Boyd Devereaux and Brett Hall, right? And his emergence. I would relate it more to Tesla because he came in with the pedigree, right? You'd heard about it, Pavel. You'd heard about, how he played over in Russia and stuff like this, but you hadn't seen it, right? And then you see it, and you use it in the way that he can steal pucks and hold on to pucks and puck possession, just as you say to Slaw, in having glue in his hands to be able to go up, but also body control and stuff. This special athlete, right? And I think they know what they have, and he's like one of these ones that talent just shines through. Right, the eyeball test is the best test. You know what you see. You saw it. You guys all saw it. You watch football every weekend. You watch great players. You called him White OBJ, right? Like he's doing stuff of guys that are already being compared, to some of the best that have done it that we've watched. Yeah. Right. So now it's about consistency, and I think this kid just keeps getting better and better. You look at. The real deal is work ethic, how he conducts himself. The fact that how I can relate to him is playing at home, right? Playing for the team you grew up rooting for. There's a fire that burns in there too because he's seen and experienced as a fan, right? The ineptitude, but now he can do something about it,
right? And
he can make himself part of the history and the lore that forever. Goes on to something that he's always wanted, and I see that when he talks about it, that fire burns in him too. Same with Hutch, right? Same with Hutch, right? In a different way, but they have a lot. Like it's the same as like when you see the talent that Hutch, you see it, it, right? To me, it's probably like give the kid when it comes to Hutch, it's more or less like coming off of that catastrophic injury, give him one. Let's see what it is this week, because I think the true Aiden Hudson comes out. He needed that one under his belt. But to Slaw, he's just going to keep doing that. And he's the type of guy that's going to make he's going to make himself invaluable.
Yeah.
Right? That he's going to creep up there. And I think that especially in that receiver room, he adds that element that they need.
Yeah, and it's that element that we haven't had here during the Brad and Dan era. This is a truly physically dominating big receiver that can beat you with speed, can beat you with the jump ball. Great comment here from Smoky Sky. I'm going to open up to all of you guys.
All right.
Tesla hype is warranted, unlike the Terrion Arnold hype.
Uh-oh.
Guys buying that?
We always throwing shots.
No.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
I'm not either. Tesla had 3 plays. Terrion is out there exposed the whole time and being targeted as our number one corner, who's also an inexperienced corner that guys think that they can still pick on.
Yeah, he gave up. It was a pick play. Touchdown he gave up
on.
And when you're looking at that truly everything stems together to the two trenches not being able to do anything. When you look at the offensive line not being able to do anything, that's why the receivers didn't look very good, because they couldn't run the ball. You look at the secondary, DJ Reed, Terrion Arnold getting beat was because they couldn't get to Jordan Love and they couldn't put any pressure on him, so he was able to pick them apart. And when you can't get pressure on the quarterback, you can't run zone, because they just stand there and then they find the gap in the zone every single time. So when you're only able to run man coverage, teams know they can beat you with pick plays, and that's what happened with Terrion Arnold, where he got picked by the receiver and it was a wide open touchdown. You got to do better, but everybody's got to do better. It's not this guy sucks, that guy sucks. The whole team fucking sucked. There was only really the only people I would say that had good games out there were Sam Laporta and Jake Bates.
And Tesla's one catch.
And Branch is near pick 6.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not buying that either?
No, of course not. And I'm standing on business with TA, just like I am with the Tesla thing. But yeah, it's going to be okay, man. You have to give this kid time. And also, once again, a pass rush correlates with how well your corners can cover in space. So I think TA is going to be fine. Like you said, the pick play, everybody's going to point to that play. Oh, we got cooked. Oh, we got burnt. I even seen it with some of the Green Bay propaganda that they were throwing up. It was a pick play, but this kid's going to be fine. I'm not worried.
Craig says OBJ is the black Tesla. You buying that, KG?
Yeah, maybe he is. Maybe he is. Shout out.
That one got me.
That's hilarious.
That one got me. How do you feel about Terry on D-Mac? You think that this guy's not living up to the hype that we had for him this offseason?
No, he's always going to have that hype and whatever like this. And
the criticism, I think, too.
Well, exactly. I think they all have to play better. I mean, it's just one of these things. But no, I'm absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think we've seen the talent. These guys just need, some communication in that backfield. And, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I've seen worse, dude. I don't want Kendall Vildor out there, and I don't have to see him out there. So
right.
I'll tell you what, if Terrion Arnold was on the field, Brian Branch interception would have been withheld because that was Rock Ya-Sin who got called for the grab.
Yeah, he did. And newsflash, when a corner is playing man primarily the whole game, he's not going to win every rep. I'm sorry. It's going to be okay.
This
got to get pressure.
True.
You got to get pressure.
Got to get pressure.
You know what makes good defensive backs look great is if your defensive line is getting pressure.
All right, we're up against a break, but I'm going to clean up a couple of these super chats. Byrne loved how Amon-Ra was big bro after that catch. And there is Big Bro walking in the building right now. Neil Rule is here. Don't worry, Ron. I'll be gone. I'm out of your hair, Ron.
Yeah, Ron.
There you go, Ron. Hope you have a great, beautiful day, Ron. Neil's here. No more Anson.
The bit is better with Neil, but
there you go. Little Loner, $5 super chat. Am I crazy if I start Aaron Rodgers over Matt Stafford as my flex this week? JD5 is QB1. I am playing Aaron Rodgers.
Who are the Steelers playing?
I'm not sure. Good question. But you can check in with us next Wednesday night for Fantasy Jerks, and we'll tell you all about it. The Joiks. The Joiks. Welcome back, Neil. Got us some tan, looking good.
Who they're playing, the Seahawks?
Yeah, I don't know.
Depends on who the Rams are playing. I'd have to look that up.
Yeah, I just don't know if he is healthy. But I enjoyed being with you guys for that first hour.
Get your shit and get out.
Please smash that like button.
Glad you did.
Get those super chats in and get ready for Fight Night on Thursday.
But before you leave, Anson, tell us about Sun Cruiser.
Oh, man, you left me the best read out there, man. This is the best drink out there. You can ask anybody here at Woodward. I don't really drink, but I had to try one for myself, and man, they're dangerous because they're so good. They're 4.5% alcohol. They're only 100 calories. They're perfect for tailgates, for couch gates, wherever you're watching Detroit football. It's got real vodka. It's real iced tea. There's no bubbles. It's just a clean, crisp sip that won't fill you up on game day. So this season, let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser and Woodward Sports. And please drink responsibly, Ron.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Get ready for unfiltered sports talk like never before. Join Braylon Edwards and Shep as they bring you the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Has a man open. Touchdown, Michigan. Braylon Edwards.
Where no topic is off limits. What are they thinking? How do jocks really feel?
Here comes a little blitz. Blitz is picked up, though, and the pass thrown to Edwards. Touchdown.
Tune in Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network for hot takes, heated debates, and the latest sports news. It's time to elevate your sports game. Don't miss out.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights from Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Catch Dr. Pierce every Tuesday here on Big D Energy, and Thursdays on Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, where he shares top-tier advice to keep athletes in peak condition. Trust the guy I trust, Dr. Jeff Pierce. He's here to help you stay in the game and perform at your best. Learn more at MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Yo, yo, yo. Good to be back with you.
Flight, Neil?
What's up?
How was your flight?
I was fine.
Didn't have any old ladies passing out?
No, didn't have any of that. I will say this, though. Like, I've been going back and forth to South Florida now for probably about 15 to 25 times a year for 5 years. Whenever I have the first flight out, which I often do, never had an issue. And today we got delayed 45 minutes. So apologies to Anson. But
shout
thanks,
out Anson.
Yeah,
for
shout out Anson. Thanks for holding it down. All right, how's the show been going?
Cut the shit.
Good. Let's cut the shit. Right. All right.
I know you so fucking well, bro.
No, bro. I know we got Thursday fights going on, but D-Mac, if I could,
please,
if I could for a moment
it's your
here.
floor. It's been a minute. I've missed this.
Yes. Okay. So here's the deal, everyone. And I haven't looked at a show sheet. I don't know. I don't care. Are you in or are you out? Are you in or are you out? Because it seems like a lot of you are out. It seems that way. This isn't fun and games. Like, this isn't, we're not laughing right. Are you in or are you out? Period. End of story. Because, and I know a lot of you by name that are out. You're fucking out. Like, I don't want to hear it this weekend. Like, look, and here's another thing, guys. Yeah, they probably are going to be 1-2. They probably are. Because they're going to win this game this weekend. And then they could lose. They very well could lose to Baltimore on Monday night. And guess what? It's still not over. So are you in or are you out? And D-Mac, I've been waiting for this to be up here with you to talk about this because you're the conduit. When I say it, they don't listen. But when you do, they listen. So whatever, I'll just use you in that capacity right now, D-Mac.
100%.
When you go through this, when you go through a professional season, when you go through a schedule like they have this season, when you have the turnover that they've had this season. And I'm not making excuses. Remember this, it doesn't change what the expectation is. The expectation is the same. The only acceptable outcome is to win the Super Bowl. And if you do not, it's a failure. If anything, I think it makes it easier, right? So if you can't take this, then what can you take? Because, D-Mac, I'm going to ask you a baseline question right now, based on your experience of winning 4 championships in professional sport. Is it going to get more difficult or is it going to get easier? And I know the answer.
Let me adjust my guitar. Spenny? If you're going through hell, keep on going, don't look back. Right?
Dude.
That's what it is. Absolutely.
Cartier, we ain't beating the Ravens, Eagles, or Commanders.
He said
we don't play them. You're out. We don't play them this week.
Hard.
Okay, sorry.
He literally said he's out. So.
Hard. Absolutely. No, it's going to get harder. But that's when, right, like we said, Anson brought it up, it was rust more than lack of grip, but that's when you get tighter, and that's when you get calloused, and that's when you learn how it doesn't matter that the league, the games, they're going to get tougher and always get stuff thrown at you, but you're going to find out what you're made out of. That's what last week is a lesson. It's a beautiful thing. We just showed, did you see the Penei Sewell interview?
I did not.
Hey, Penny, we throw what? And you tell me, let's get your impression of what this is. Will you show them that, Spenny?
You guys have run the ball so efficiently here for 3 years going. Just how frustrating was it on Sunday to not be able to get that going, and how vital is that on Sunday to reestablish the run game?
Yeah, I mean, it was very frustrating just because we know who we are, what we want to be, And personally, I've said it multiple times, I prefer going forward than backwards. So, yeah. But again, we have 17 more opportunities, bounce back, and prove ourselves right.
I don't even care about the words. I cared about the eyes. The eyes told the story.
What did it say? What did it say? What did it say? How's Montez Sweet's day going to be? I told him he's got to bring all the Old Spice. It's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
Right? Is that not a man that leads this team and whatever, like focus, right? The greatest part about the first game and it being the way that it was, they all, from the coaches to the players to whatever, can all be better, right?
100%.
They can all be better, except maybe it's a slaw. He can just, be used more. And be,
Woodward Sports Super Chat. If you want to skip the line, jump into there. Burn. We are beating the Ravens. We just are. Easy, guy. I didn't mean to fire everybody up like that.
Yeah, you did.
Michael Weary. Any fan that's out, please leave this show. Thanks. Well, no, Michael. No. Hey, stop. Hey.
Relax.
Hey, you can be out. Yeah. We need the viewership. Yeah. You can be out, but still watch the show. No, but that's the point, though, D-Mac. That's where I'm at. You're either in or you're out, and there's a whole lot of people out. There just is. And we know who they are, and I don't want to hear it. So on Monday, after they beat the Bears, which they will, because there's a rhythm to this. It is a must-win game. Now,
it is.
Now let me get back on the highway here with the people that are out. This is a must-win game, and I reserve the right
to jump ship.
Not to jump ship.
Okay.
But to adjust where we're at. I do reserve that right. I reserve that right.
You are on record saying you're going to switch
good
if they lose.
Teams, championship teams, they win this game.
Yep.
10 times out of 10. It's a game they should win. They're at home. They have to win it. Now, the flip side of that coin, I don't care what it looks like.
No.
I saw Dan Orlovsky. I was flipping through Twitter this morning before we took off, and I saw Dan Orlovsky was talking about the Lions, and he said something along the lines of, they have to win and they have to look a certain way. No, they don't. When you're championship or bust, there is one bottom line to it.
Yep.
One bottom line, and I don't give a shit what it looks like. We are in the win, don't win business. Win the Super Bowl, don't win the Super Bowl. Success, failure. Guys, you're not going to make it if you're like this after one game in a game they were an underdog on the road. You're not going to make it through the season. You're just not.
Neil, how about this? Over 100 votes, 91% tell me you're
really?
in.
Somebody's lying.
Somebody's lying.
Are lying.
No, that is bullshit there. Somebody's lying. And Spenny, I'll defer
92%.
Wow.
With almost 110 votes.
Okay. Tom, I'm out, but I'm in, so Neil, don't yell at me. Tom, this is the way that it works. Tom.
No, I think did he mean you're out but you're gonna watch?
Yeah,
and then that's acceptable.
Yes. Nick Lucido, Danny Dimes. Just a random Danny Dimes.
Shout out, Nick. Shout out.
He was spinning. He was spinning it, no doubt.
Indiana Jones.
Those legs.
Yeah.
Those legs.
Indiana Jones is fire.
Marked Royal, in or out, Neil, if they lose. Well, then that's when we have that discussion too. Then the Baltimore thing changes. If you lose this game, the Baltimore thing changes.
Yeah, but let's just take care of the task at hand.
Right.
But it also changes when you beat Chicago this
yes,
weekend.
What's ahead of us? We will address, and that's all it is. Focus on what is in front of you.
I was flying somewhere over Tennessee on the way down there Tuesday night, D-Mac, and I thought of you because the show was a battlefield on Monday and Tuesday.
Of course.
An absolute battlefield. And all that popped into my head was the only way is through.
Yeah.
The only way is through.
True.
And you got to go through Chicago this week. That's it. Again, the style points don't matter. You just go through them. That's it. Explain to these people, D-Mac.
I can't explain if they don't understand, but it's like task at hand. And sometimes like what is it? What's the saying? Fire sharpens iron.
Sharpens iron.
Yeah, right. That's exactly where they're at. And if this pressure makes diamonds. This team, right? Because they've told me, and they've sort of proved in the past when they faced adversity, when everybody counts them out, backs against the wall, they play their best. Well, they need to do that, and they need to figure out a way to bring it every night, right? If they are a Super Bowl team, that's the worst game that we've seen them. You say it all along. I said this yesterday, right? Maybe this is the blessing omen, because hasn't every Super Bowl team, at least in the last couple of years that I remember, Philly, Kansas City, whatever, have been counted out and dead to rights during the season, right? So you got to go through it. And what do you always say, Neil? I brought this up yesterday. You always say you're going to have 2 stinkers in a 17-game season.
Minimum.
Minimum, right? It's just how do you do? At the end of the day, right, 11 or 12 wins, right, probably makes you the playoffs. Don't care about winning the division. It's about the Super Bowl.
So
And
you just
gotta
got
be
to
in.
put on. You just got to put on wins. It doesn't matter. You think Denver's worried about how they won the other day, or Minnesota or Buffalo or whatever? No, they won, right?
Woodward Sports Chat thread, Cartier again. Stop talking about championship. See, that is your problem. No, Cartier, that's what dictates how I feel.
Yeah.
Because that's where this team is. And if you want to be a douche, you can sit there and say, they don't have a championship roster. See, the other thing I was thinking about, D-Mac, when you go back to the fundamentals of this team, the fundamentals, the roster, the talent, how can you sit there and say this is not a championship level team? How can you say that? You're stupid if you say that. You don't watch. You're not a ball knower. You don't watch ball.
No, I think it, like, look at the improvement, but everybody's got to play to their potential. I don't know what this is. This not probably, if you, and I'm just throwing it out there, I don't know what the Madden rankings or whatever the best video football game is, but look at the rankings of what the players are, right? This Lions roster probably has to be some of the highest, right? In certain positions with what we're told, what we've seen in the past. Now we just need them going out. Now the object is to be on the same page. Like, the whole game was non-Lions football because the communication wasn't there. The pre-snap penalties or just the undiscipline and all that stuff. That's not the Lions football that you need to win, that we have expectations on them to win a Super Bowl. So that's the blessing of this week. That's the blessing of having Ben Johnson and the Bears, and as Anson says, Catfish Caleb coming in.
Woodward Sports Chat thread, Big Dan Davis. I do believe Sunday against Chicago is our get-right game. We get the O-line right. Our offense will be all right. We get to the quarterback on defense. We beat Chicago.
Deuce in the door.
Deuce in the dork in the morning. Hey, it's Woodward Sports Network. Deuce in the dork in the morning.
Yeah. Is that your biggest concern, though, is the offensive line?
Yeah, at the immediate.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, because and like, look, do I believe those guys are going to be good? I do. Were those mistakes? And I'll defer to Spenny. Were those mistakes egregious?
Oh yeah.
I saw the breakdown of the heavyweights. And
unacceptable.
Yeah, bingo. Like, and that's it. And that's where it stops.
Yep.
And guess who knows that?
Everybody.
They do. Yeah.
They do. That's it, man.
The giddy.
There was a good one in here. Something about John Morton. And I wanted to catch it. Oh, here it is. Smoky Sky. I can't trust Johnny until he shows me he knows his head from his ass. Then Smokey, then I would say, why is he here then? Like, who brought him here then?
Yeah, he's had jobs in the league before that.
We got to get back to the fundamentals here, man.
Right.
We got to go back to the
Strip
ground.
it down.
Yeah, we got to go back to the ground level. This paint job looks like shit. Put the primer up and let's repaint it. All right, like that's it. Michael Weary, we've got more bandwagon fans than anyone else. I'm just saying.
Oh, for sure.
Do we?
Yes.
Like,
other than like the Cowboys.
Yeah. Well, they're delusional.
Yeah.
Like when we
But those are all
sucked.
women.
When we sucked,
Yeah,
we
but
were,
Chiefs have they
got the
got
Swifties.
but they got the belt, bro.
They got the belt. They
I
deserve
mean,
it.
they've proven it where it's sort of like that dynasty where they get sort of the carte blanche.
And speaking of that, D-Mac, and you've heard me say this 100 times, so I'll say it 101. Even the Chiefs have gone to the Super Bowl and gotten their ass kicked. Twice. Twice. What did that look like?
Yeah.
Absolutely. What did that look like? Yeah.
100%. But the fact is,
Even
they
Patrick
figure a
Mahomes
way.
couldn't save him.
Yeah, not without an offensive line.
Not even close, dude.
That was this
It's hard.
This
is hard to do, and
Yeah.
it's going to get more difficult.
And I think the thing, and I want to ask you, like, what I want to see from Johnny Morton's offense is lack of predictability, right? Maybe a little bit of pace. Like, it was so predictable to me. Was it predictable to you the other day? And just at the speed and the pace that they ran it?
It was the offensive line. You
See,
kind of have to be predictable when you can't run the ball.
And here's the thing,
That's
too.
what
Like,
but it kept trying and trying
Yeah.
and trying and then getting off it. And then only when he did get off it and, went short to Amon-Ra, adjusted to go to Laporta. They even tried to get J-Mo in the game by running a sweep or whatever, but they never took shot because they couldn't have enough time. So I'm just
like I like the fact that you're trying to stick to it, but you know the things in the past, the adjustments that we've been able to make, right? And I guess it falls on the guys to make the plays.
Woodward Sports chat thread. I was waiting for this one, so I was absolutely waiting for this one. Hugh Jazz. Shout out Hugh Jazz. Remember when Neil said the Lions should take Jake Moody in the 3rd round? I do, Hugh Jazz. Remember when you told me Hendon Hooker would be the replacement for Goff?
Oh, burn.
I remember that.
I remember.
At least
the streets remember.
Neil Rule remembers.
Yeah, the streets
Neil Rule will never
right.
forget.
Neil, can I
Farms
Neil, can I offer you this one from Aaron to the Stone?
Sure.
Neil, can we cut the ish and at least agree that the reason some fans aren't out just concerned is not that the Lions lost, but how they lost, looking entirely non-competitive the entire game? Is that fair in your voice?
Yeah, but again,
is that fair, Neil Rule?
The non-competitive thing, they were there in the red zone and kicked field goals. Like, it's not through as awful as that looks, Benny. It was on serve in the 2nd quarter going into halftime.
And when you can't run the ball, your red zone offense is going to be pretty shitty.
And it's harder to run the ball when you're down 14-0.
Well, how many red zone picks did Goff throw last year? How many throw this year? Already one. Right? You know what I mean? So stuff was just off.
Woodward Sports chat thread. T-Wag says, look who's back. Packers or Commies? Tennessee, Neil? I don't know what that means.
Tonight.
Tonight. Packers, Commies. Oh, it is Thursday.
Packers, Commies tonight.
That's right. That is true.
Michael Parsons versus
this is a Packers win. It's got the Packers
3.5 line
flow.
on it. Packers got 3.5.
I think Commanders. I think Tunsil's out too, or somebody on their offensive line's out.
They got that win over the Giants to start the season. They'll be 1-1. It's got that flow to it.
Jackson Dart should start next week.
Nitty gritty. Y'all not ready because this is about to get heavy. Pulling up to the D for game day. FAQ Benny. So shout out to Nitty Gritty as well. Burn, the biggest test of faith for this fan base would be if we lose to the Bears and beat the Ravens. We'd still be 1-2. Well, Burn, that someone asked me earlier what happens if they lose. And that was the point of the story was if they lose, then the Ravens becomes a must win because you're playing for your life because the math says you ain't going to the playoffs if you're 0-3. That's how the stakes change. And you don't want to be in a position, D-Mac. You didn't because you guys never were. You never want to be in a position where it's September, October, November, December, and some change for a football season. A hockey season's about 8 months. Yeah. So it's kind of the equivalent of you're playing for your life in December. In hockey, you don't want to be that pressure.
What do I always preach, right? You got to get off to a good start because can't shoot yourself in the foot and come out like 2-8. You know, 'cause somebody's going to go 7-3, 8-2, and you're just fighting uphill the whole way. And it's even more imperative with less games, even with the extra game, to 17 now. That might sway the variance a little bit from the past, but still not looking good.
Okay, and I know we're super late for the break. My apologies. So let's do this. Let me tell you about Ven Johnson, by the way. They never get off to a slow start. And look, guys, we're talking about the justice you need, whether it's a settlement, whether it's a verdict, whatever it is, you need to get the fighter on your side. Get Ven Johnson Law on your side. Go to venfights.com. Tough, tenacious trial lawyers. Not getting your result is not an option. So you need Ven Johnson Law.
And what about Jars, D-Mac?
Absolutely. Jars always hosts the best events. And on Saturday, September 27th, Woodward Sports will be live. What?
We're going to be there. Heavyweights are going to be there.
Oh, the heavies will be there. D-Mac will be there, too. Perfect. It'll be fun.
Hot, tatted skater chicks. I'm in.
That's it. Emu. Hey, maybe the Emu heavyweights come out.
Yeah.
2025 Jars Skate Jam in Madison Heights. Skaters, they will have a street-style course set up in the parking lot with big cash prizes up for grabs. All are welcome. Free event with stash bag giveaways throughout the day. 50% off promo in-store all day. Darren McCarty brand will be there on site. For more details, head to jarscannabis.com/skate jam.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Buddy's Pizza, the original Detroit-style pizza. You know they do it the best when they invented the game. And you can try it tonight. As a matter of fact, use a promo code 10MEAL when you go to buddyspizza.com, submit your online order, get 10% off, and you too can enjoy the original Detroit-style pizza. The salads, they're venturing into the burger game as well. It's all there for you. They are a Detroit tradition, a Detroit institution. It's Buddy's Detroit-style pizza. All right, we have some breaking news in the chat. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter. We have a Super Racide sighting.
Back.
Super Racide sighting in the chat. He asked for the call-in line. I technically don't like to do calls because there's a reason they pay me to do this and they don't pay you. Because you aren't good. I am. That's why they do it. Do we have them?
We got him.
Okay, we
got him.
Okay, we have them. Real quick, Woodward Sports chat thread. Steve in the chat.
I'll put in a dip for this one.
Oh yeah.
Steve in the chat. The part-timer showed. Steve, well, get yourself in your profession where you get a guaranteed contract. Then you can be part-timer too. But you're probably mediocre at what you do.
That sounds like jealousy.
Yeah. All right. Without any further ado, this is a big thing here on Big D Energy on the Woodward Sports Network.
Everything.
We open up the phone lines. Super Racide, the call-in legend, is here. Racide, what's up, man? What do you got?
What's good with y'all? What's happening? What up, though?
How we living, Racide? Let's go.
Bro, I'm live from Motown, brother. Reporting live from Motown. So anyway, before I get to the sports, hey, I'm promoting my new movie that I got out there at the box office, the Superman movie, which is me. I was they pretty much dressed me up as a white guy, and then I said, okay, I'll be a white guy for the movie.
Man,
I'm promoting my movie
you
too.
white face.
Anyway, no,
KG, what are the streets going to say about Racide in that role?
I don't know. White face ain't as frowned upon as the other way around.
All right, fair enough. All right, Racide, what do you got, man? What do you got?
Just a little jokey joke there. The Superman movie is out, so I'm in full effect because I'm Super Racide. So it is what it is. Let's go. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm rolling with the Ravens. I'm rolling with the Ravens, and the reason why I really don't like the Lions, why I really don't want to, it's a number of reasons. One, I don't believe in their coach. I don't believe in their GM, general manager, and you know why? And I'm going to stick to this. And every African American, I want to hear every brother say something about this that's in the studio.
All right, we have KG. You mean KG, Racide?
KG, he's calling on you right now.
Go ahead.
Okay, but I'm not quite sure it's more than one African American there. If it's not, then get more in there, fellas. But now, here we go. Kaepernick has not been mentioned by a black man who is the GM of the team. Him being a black man, he should say, "I'm going to give this guy a tryout." That's one of the main reasons I'm not rocking with the Lions.
Racide, real quick, fellow brother talking to you. How long has Colin Kaepernick been out of the league, bro?
What does that matter? He's 30-something. He's not 60-something.
Okay, all right, continue.
He's 30-something. So why don't you guys get Mr. GM manager on the show and talk to him and ask him some serious questions? Hey, the people of Detroit, what is it called? Detroit Lions. We want to know Why haven't this man stood up and said, I'm going to give Kaepernick a tryout? It's a real weak sellout move. This man, guess what? Sheila Ford would not have a problem with it. I don't see her having not one shred of bigotry or anything in her body. Why would he not give this man a try? Sheila Ford is not going to stop him. Sheila Ford is not going to stop him.
But guess what, Rashide? Guess what,
Rashide? As a black man should know better and give Kaepernick a try.
Look, you always have an open forum on this show, but it's over for now. Thanks for the call, Super Rashide. I do appreciate it.
I hit that button so fast. Really?
Okay. Are you happy with yourself?
I am.
Hey, we knew what we were doing.
Hey, listen, you had the flight back. You had the delay. You know what? We're here for you. I'm always. I got you.
Okay.
I got your back.
I know, and I know you're upset. Okay.
I'm not upset.
I'm not obtuse. The show is not obtuse.
Yes.
So, Spenny,
Yes.
can we put it to the chat poll? Should Brad Holmes call Colin Kaepernick?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes or no?
This is what he called with.
Rashide, just so you know.
And he's accusing Brad Holmes of being a bigot, by the way. That's what he said.
Is that the translation?
KG,
that's what he said.
This is your area here, KG.
Yeah, we
as,
don't-
quote, the only brother on the show, unquote.
And this brother, hey, we not co-signing that shit. Come on, man.
Okay.
Rossi, they do better, bro.
It's
been years of this, dog. Years of this.
Okay, the chat poll is up. The chat poll that Spenny put out there does not necessarily reflect the views of Woodward Sports Network at large. Should Brad Holmes bring in Kaepernick? Quote, yes, he's the best QB ever, or B, no, Brad Holmes is racist.
He's a bigot.
So I'm curious to see where this goes, everybody.
Big energy.
Danny G, Rod is still hung up on Colin Kaepernick. Some things never change.
Hey, y'all thought I was bad with the. Come on now.
Freddie
y'all
felt,
thought I was bad.
Freddie felt 3.
I'm just saying, y'all. In the chat, like, come on, dog. I'm not
Wait
that
a minute.
bad.
Was this a plant, KG?
Yeah, was this a plant?
Freddie Felt. Neil right now is looking at his travel schedule again, ordering lunch. Yes, I was. So is DMAC. Nitty Gritty in the super chat. I'll be in town this weekend for the game, going to pull up to the WSN studios. If you have me for Bourbon Friday, I won't come empty-handed, Neil. Hey, there's always an open seat at Bourbon Friday.
Holy shit.
Until there's too many, until it becomes a fire hazard, there's always an open seat for anyone at Bourbon Friday, Nitty Gritty. Pull up. We're in studio, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pull up on us.
Come on, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Rossi, they made my dreads hurt, bro.
Real cream of wheat.
Damn.
Wow.
I swear,
That's
bro.
got to be a tight.
He's calling back, Neil. Look, see what you did. See what I got to
That's
deal
right
with.
before a
I
migraine.
don't know what's going on with Grok and AI, but this has got to be racist. Because I've tried 5 different times to make Superman a black guy, and they're not doing it. I'm trying to get a picture of Russ.
Hey, KG, don't
you
worry.
Make him a black man. I've tried turn him black, put him as a black person, make Superman African American. It just keeps putting the same
just
pictures
remember
up.
this: it took over 2,000 years to get a black Santa too.
It
so
did, for
it takes
sure.
Spenny. It takes time.
Yeah,
though.
It takes time.
It's the same 2 pictures.
AI not shit, bro.
Like, what is that?
AI ain't shit at all.
But yeah, pull up, Nitty Gritty. That's the moral of the
Rossi,
story.
that you not getting back on, man. Just stop calling, dog.
That was a,
Next
that
week.
was a,
Stop calling,
that
bro.
was a
We
crazy
appreciate you.
Reddit to pop up while I have my phone up there.
Yes,
it was
it
it was the MSU Reddit, and somebody said, "Where can I make lesbian friends?" Hey, sometimes you gotta figure it out.
And if you we'll tackle all this.
Yeah,
if
right.
you know, drop it in
Drop
the chat.
drop it. If you know where to make lesbian friends on MSU's campus, drop it in the Woodward Sports chat.
Joe, as crazy as that dude was, that was funny. And DMAC, I agree. You know what, Rashide? Thursdays with Rashide.
Oh, come on, bro.
Thursdays with Rashide.
All right, now you jobbing the brother out. Come on, man. We not doing that.
Hey.
Don't job the brother out.
Hey.
D-Mac, you see this, man. He's jobbing the brother out.
Should Brad Holmes bring in Kaepernick? 72% say no, Brad Holmes is racist. So we have the answer. See, Rashide gets
He
results.
speaks for the heart of Detroit.
Okay.
That's what it's the truth.
He said it. He's in a Black Superman movie.
Big
he said
bigot,
that.
man.
Chat poll. Thursdays with Rashide.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Okay. Hey, Easy, can you send me an AI picture of Black Superman, please? Please? I'm going to use it every time Roside calls it.
Danny G, Neil, you're doing too much. I'm sorry. I had to
a little bit. A little bit.
I don't know how to spell his name, so I'm
Just do your best.
Damn.
People know. You know what? The grammar police. I've had enough of the grammar police.
Yeah.
You know what he's saying. All right? Just
Right.
have some sense.
Right.
All right? D-Mac, should we take the break and come back for Thursday fights? What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's take the break. We'll
Okay.
do the last 2 reads, and then we have a long...
Thursday fights. I saw you sent it, but I didn't get a chance to see it because I was working last night.
Football's
and then I forgot.
back.
So we got crowd fights?
We got a football fight, yeah.
Dude,
it's not the one where the girl gets punched in the face. JB sent me that one. I was like,
You're right. Tough sale.
Leaking, dude.
It's a little aggressive. I agree. Thursdays with Super Roside. Who says no? Right out of the bat.
54% said no.
Oh, man.
61.
61% say no.
Tough. Sorry, Rod.
I need a comeback.
But at least Rod won the other poll.
Well, KG, what about this one from Craig? Get Satchel Paige on the Tigers while you're at it.
Right, might as well. Might as fucking well.
All right, where are we going? I'm sorry.
Let me tell you about Mad Packs. Shout out Mad Packs. They are awesome, and you can go to getmadpacks.com to find them in a store near you today. Mad Flavor, Mad High, Mad Packs, whether it's the Boom Shakalaka Tarantula, the THCA Blizzard Pack Infused Moon Rocks, the High-Low Pre-Rolls, or any of those options, you can go to getmadpacks.com and find it today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Looking to upgrade your relaxation game? Check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest, with the top brands for massage chairs like Infinity and Osaki, located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. Experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book a visit at www.massagechairhouse.com or scan the QR code. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter. D-Mac, you're out tomorrow, right?
Yes,
you got
sir.
Comic-Con going on this weekend,
I
right?
do. I'll be at Monroe Comic Con on Saturday from like 11 to like
1-ish?
4.
4-ish, okay.
And then Centerline Beer Fest will be main stage with the Grind Time Wrestling at 8 o'clock. So,
Shout out.
So
dope.
Anybody want to stop in?
Very
Absolutely.
cool. Centerline's got a festival?
Oh, yeah. We got a couple festivals.
Bunch of
we got a
different ones.
Centerline Independence Festival where we seceded from Warren. We had...
You do not. That's not real.
I don't know. No, I don't think...
You need to start this.
No, we do have a Centerline Independence Festival, but I don't know if it's when we seceded from Warren. We have a beer fest. We do.
Was there documentation drawn up?
I hope so.
When you guys withdrew from the union.
Yeah. We have the fireworks. As well. Dude, Centerline, fuck around. Come check out Centerline. We might have, just a couple parking lots to take up a lot of it, but we're filling it. We got a Cattleman's now, D-Max there. Like,
Is there a demolition derby?
We'll get one.
We can get one.
Yeah, we'll work it out. There's
Like a real one.
Hey, car show at Baggers on Wednesdays.
And car shows with Baggers on Wednesdays.
Okay.
You got the $5 burger at Sam Baggers on Saturdays.
I'm in.
It's
a good burger,
It's a good
too.
burger too.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say? Oh, shout out to the dispensaries in Centerline for real. Like, this is my community. This is where I grew up. This is where I lived. And my senior year of football, we had to play every single game on Saturday mornings because the lights in our stadium didn't work. So we couldn't play Friday night games. The dispensaries came in there. There's a couple of them in Centerline. They make so much money. They bought all the upgrades for Memorial Park to retrofit everything and get everything working.
Oh, that's dope.
So shout out to them because it's so cool to see the high school kids being able to play Friday night again.
Like
that's
you're
what it's all
supposed to be.
about. Yeah.
100%. No, that is props. Okay, I need a comeback here. Woodward Sports Chapel, Thursdays with
Close
Super
this, man.
Racide. No, 56%. No, you have to let this
Close
run.
this,
Coming
man.
back.
No, you have to
Close
let
that
this
shit,
run.
man.
Guys, Racide, I need you to rally. I want Racide on Thursdays with Racide. Detroit Dabber, Thursdays with Racide by Mitch Album. Yeah, he'll claim he was here and then never was.
Neil, you know how I ride, man. This brother will not overcome, okay? This brother shall not overcome.
My senior year.
Come on, start hymning. Come on.
No, I'm good. I'm good on him.
My senior year, the lights didn't work in the football stadium that we rented because we don't have a football stadium for Centerline, and we couldn't afford the busing, so we had to walk like 1.5 miles to the stadium, full pads, on Saturday mornings, and we'd be already tired when we get there.
That's grim.
Yeah. So shout out to them.
Shout out to them, no doubt.
And it's half of a baseball field, too.
Oh, like Jack Murphy Stadium?
Yeah.
The Astrodome back in the day?
Memorial Park.
Shout out to Detroit Gunny. Welcome to the Woodward crew. Glad to see we got that whole.
Yeah, he had to make another account, but
he got detained, but we let him go. Right. Like that was it. Okay.
Ice is a
Speaking
motherfucker.
of football, we got to fight for you guys.
Okay, Thursday fights with Darren McCarty. I'm looking forward to this. Can we let this run through once so I can see it? Because I haven't seen it. So, D-Mac, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Thursday fights with Darren McCarty. Fan edition.
Oh, yeah, this fight. This is hilarious.
Okay, all right. We got some good defense going. All right, he's going in for the takedown. Denied.
Jacksonville fan versus who, Spenny?
Raiders.
I think he's a Raiders
He's a Raiders fan. This was during preseason.
Yep.
Okay.
Nobody around.
You're right. This was
Letting him square up.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he
Counter
came back.
takedown, little jiu-jitsu.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
You got-
no. Hammer laughs. Hammer laughs.
You got two big boys here. The black brother, he a little uncoordinated, as you can see.
Watch
They're
pants
right.
roll down.
Oh, no.
No,
You
and
can't.
then watch the slide move. Watch
You
the
can't
slide.
go. You can't go back.
Oh,
in.
dude, he went down. He took
Why
him
are you
out.
going back in?
Hit him with the slide tackle.
He did
All
a
right.
Tekken slide on my man.
Okay, now we've seen it. D-Mac.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of everything. We had some good stand-up defensive style fighting. We had some MMA in the mix. Take us through it, D-Mac.
We had some strikes. It turned into more of a jiu-jitsu, ground and pound. I think these big boys like it more on the ground, but they sort of swinging at the beginning.
Hit him with
little
the beer
careless.
first.
Was that the
I
beer? He
didn't
threw the
notice
beer
that.
at him?
Hit him with the beer. The
Oh.
beginning. Bam.
Yeah, see, like, and see how he threw the right hand, the guy in the black threw that right hand, but he had no leverage behind it. What he should have done is just bull rushed him and grabbed him. Because with the size of the big guy.
So right off the rip, you're saying he didn't use his size to his advantage at all.
Like, if he, throwing the right hand, that's cool if the left would have been reaching for the other guy, right? You know what I mean? So he didn't.
There we go.
This tells me, I mean, it's good defense to stay out of the way, but
I feel like he could have done some damage right there.
I think that when it comes down to it, the guy in the teal was more into it than the guy in the black.
No, that's a fact. Well,
Okay.
I don't know. He
All
threw
right.
the first
Good.
punch.
Good.
No, it was a good
So
fade.
why not the uppercut right there, D-Mac?
Well, I mean,
so
that tells me he's more comfortable of a wrestling, like taking it to the ground. Like, a lot of people aren't strikers, right? You got to see it. You got to be a pugilist to see the punch.
Yeah.
Word.
Right?
Wow.
You know, like to in that situation to see it. If you're a wrestler or guy with your hand, you're gonna try to take it to the ground. Whatever in that fight or flight mentality. When you're in a fight mentality, you go to what you know best.
Why is he sitting there absorbing the hammer fists?
Because he can't get up.
Right. There's
So
no defense.
this is a direct result of conditioning or lack thereof. Okay.
Or being in vulnerability. But I do like, he kept moving. Kept moving. He took a couple here that he didn't need to, which, caused him when he gets. And this is where, and so Buddy in the teal also, too, is like he sees that this ain't doing much. Poor Buddy pulls pants down. But this is great. Watch this because Kenny nails this. Watch guy in the black go for the slide. Boom! He went down. Dude, the slide takedown. And then...
That's a thing of beauty. I ain't gonna lie.
My question
You know what it looked like, Spenny? It looked like your two older drunk brothers
Yeah.
around the bonfire. Like, no one was sort of hurting each other, but it was like, it wasn't violent enough for somebody else to get involved that they weren't, there's a couple knots and stuff like that. So, I mean, for me, if it's going to go, like, if that's going to happen, nobody got hurt. So
It's just two drunk guys on a preseason football game.
Just passion, Spenny, just passion.
Right.
I mean, that rivalry between Jacksonville and the long-standing
Raiders,
rivalry, the Raiders and Jacksonville, right?
Saints, I think. Saints, but
Saints
fans,
Oh, wow, yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just Woodward Sports chat thread. I'm embarrassed for these guys.
Pretty much.
There's no shortage of these. Every week
No.
we'll have it. I think we should focus on that. Football crowd
Oh,
fight.
yeah, we're going to have plenty of
100%,
We're going to
man.
have plenty of ammo.
So, yeah, interesting.
D-Mac, do you agree that the brother was too top-heavy?
Well, I think that you saw the movement,
Yeah.
and his movement went to the structure of the lad.
Yeah.
Right? It was more weeble wobbly.
But they don't fall down.
He was more shaped like a weeble.
Yeah.
Freddie Felt. Neil, I take it Racide isn't invited to Good in the Hood Day at Trini and Carmen's.
Nah, bro, we ain't letting him in.
Would I... Man,
Somebody-
I got to get the card so I can get him a credential.
No, somebody in here said that he's so bad you should be gifted his black card. I forgot who said that. Shout out to you. But yeah, you try to job the brother out. Clearly he's not mentally there, and you try to exploit him for ratings.
I think he loves what he's doing.
I think he does too. He calls every sports media entity in the city.
Not just sports media,
like
political talk. He's everywhere.
Yeah, student radio stations. Like he's everywhere.
I worked at 9:10 a.m. in 2019. He was calling 9:10 a.m. every morning, trying to talk politics. Like it's bad with Racide.
Thursday. All right, Thursdays with Racide. 54% of the people say no. All right, how about
Good
this?
job.
How
Good
about
job,
this?
Chet.
Way to survive it.
Okay, Racide. We'll give you one more trial on Thursday. Next Thursday, okay? Can we do an experimental? Can you guys do that for me? I do a lot for you. Can you do
Fine,
this
bro.
for me?
Fine, bro.
Okay, that's what we'll do. Racide, next Thursday. It's got to be in the second hour though, like
big
late
facts.
in the second hour. Racide, I'm gonna go out on a limb for you, Racide. This is me doing this for you.
He's gonna fail you.
I know.
He's gonna let you down.
But he just, it's got to be so spectacular that the people demand it again.
Yep.
He can't just, like the Kaepernick thing, he didn't give good enough reasons. Like he didn't fight the fight.
See, I'm fun blackity black. Like he takes it to a different level. Like the chat don't like it sometimes, but they reason with me most of the time. Like, come on now. Like he take it to a different level.
Jobus, no, F you, Neil. Hey, come on. I do a lot for you guys.
Stall Neil out, y'all. Stall him out.
Come on.
No, don't stall him out. Not on this.
Not on this.
Smoky Sky.
I thought we had him on. I love Rod, dude.
Smoky Sky. I usually tune in on Thursdays for Thursday fights, but not if it's going to be with Super Racide. No,
come
those
on.
are two separate segments.
Two separate segments.
DMAC Thursday fights. That's happening.
Yeah.
No matter
we
what.
can find a fight, Racide fighting somebody. Now that
Yes. Hey, Racide, you want to get back?
Yeah.
You want to get back in our good grace?
Go fight somebody at the game.
Motown Cool.
And get a video of it. Send it to us.
DMAC, what do you think of this? Motown Cool. I vote you put Racide in the third hour.
Right here.
Racide. Here, watch this. Racide, call back 2 to 4.
Oh, God, please, Racide.
No, Braylon would have a convention, bro.
Racide, I'll give you a chair on this show if you call back 2 to 4.
Ryan, don't answer, bro. Don't answer. Send Ryan up the field.
Tomorrow, 4 Down Friday.
4 Down Friday.
We owe KG a sports business one. I got a good one that I cooked up already.
Okay.
Thank you.
And we're going to get to it early.
Lions, college football,
Yes.
sports business,
NFL. New NFC North.
All right. I'll do Lions and NFC North.
Cool. I'll rock the rest.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
There it is.
Let's get it.
Freddie Felt 313. Shep impression talking to Racide before you sign us out. Oh, let's go to the phones. Is this Super Racide? You're on the Braylon Edwards show with Shep. Yeah, Shep. The Lions,
They need Tom Brady as the GM, and his first move needs to be to call Colin Kaepernick and get him here to play quarterback and step in for Jared Goff. Rashide, I disagree with that. Quite frankly, I think that's idiotic. Thanks for calling, Braylon Edwards Show.
Quite frankly, is a good one. He definitely says that.
Oh shit! The only thing you miss is the Rashide glazing himself. He always has a glaze himself.
Well, we're at
go check out my new movie.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm super.
That's
Rashide.
fucking all. That's how you make.
Hey,
it.
did Easy get you the picture?
Not yet.
Holy shit.
Okay. Joe, as wild as Neil can be sometimes, it's great to have the band back together, man. We have fun. 100%, man.
I'll be here next Tuesday and Wednesday too.
There we go.
My boy Mac is
slowly
back.
but surely.
So
he's working his way back in. He's back. He's back in.
Return of the Mac.
All right.
Sounds like you guys need me.
Yeah, we do. Please.
Rick Rhodes, see you effers for Bourbon Friday. Oh, yeah. You will, as a matter of fact. We will. DNC&T, here we go. We will see how early we get to sports media.
Yep.
No, I got one cooked
on
up.
your ass, bro.
I know, it is. D-Mac, again, Comic-Con in
Comic-Con
Monroe.
in Monroe this Saturday. And then if you're in Centerline, come on to the beer fest.
I'll drink a beer with you. Centerline Beer Fest.
You come have a beer with Spenny. He'll tell you how great our town is. Because we're a town.
For D-Mac, for KG, for Spencer Resch, I'm Neil Rule. Thanks for tapping in. Well, see you later.
America.